Welcome back to Winged Cryptids. Today, I invite you to embark on a mysterious journey where reality and legend intersect. A strange creature with glowing red eyes and giant wings has haunted a small town in America. This story is not just a rumor, but also associated with a heartbreaking tragedy, making people believe that sometimes omens really do exist. Join me in exploring the mystery of Mothman, the mysterious Batman of Point Pleasant. Point Pleasant, West Virginia, October 1966. The air seemed to thicken over the small town. Strange winds swept through, carrying the musty scent of damp soil and deep forest moisture. Sarah Hensley, a 10-year-old girl, dreamed of a strange creature, a silver-gray body, long black wings, and blazing red eyes. It stood motionless in her backyard. Sarah's mother comforted her. "It was just a nightmare, sweetheart." But the next morning, she discovered long scratches on the wooden back door, as if something with sharp claws had raked across it. A few days later, mysterious blackouts began to occur all over Point Pleasant. Radios crackled with static. Streetlights flickered uncontrollably, and deep in the woods, people heard strange screeches at midnight. Sounds like metal claws scraping against the mind itself. November 12th, 1966. 5 men, grave diggers, were working at the Clendenin Cemetery, preparing a burial for an elderly man. Suddenly, a giant shadow burst forth from the trees. "God as our witness!" They swore they saw a winged humanoid creature gliding silently over their heads, making no sound but the cold beat of its wings. The local press reported it, calling it the Clendenin Dark Shadow. But that was only the beginning. Just a few days later, the fateful night came. Roger and Linda Scarberry, Steve and Mary Millette, driving through the abandoned TNT industrial area, had a direct encounter with the creature. Its red eyes burned like embers in the night, and its massive wings flapped without touching the ground. It chased their speeding car, almost playfully, before vanishing just as they reached the town center. When recounting the event to the police, they trembled like frightened children. Sheriff George Johnson tried to calm the public. It was probably just a large marsh crane. But fear had already spread through Point Pleasant like an invisible storm. The local newspaper, the Point Pleasant Register, gave the creature a name, Mothman, the mysterious Batman. The name spread rapidly. Every day, dozens of people flocked to the TNT area, hoping for a glimpse of the creature. But they didn't know that Mothman wasn't just something to see. It carried with it a chilling sense that gripped the heart, a vague premonition that disaster was near. Mark Williams, a bridge engineer, was inspecting the structure of the Silver Bridge in late November. While taking measurements, he suddenly heard the beat of wings very close. Looking up, he glimpsed 2 red eyes staring at him from afar atop a lamppost. That night, Mark dreamed of the bridge collapsing, cars plunging into icy waters. He woke up drenched in sweat, but he told himself it was only a nightmare. John Keel, a journalist from the New York Times, arrived in Point Pleasant during the chaotic days. He began receiving anonymous phone calls, distorted voices like through broken telephones, cryptic warnings. A great accident will happen near water, and sometimes complete, oppressive silence, heavy enough that he had to hang up. December 15th, 1967. The air was bitterly cold. The Silver Bridge was packed with vehicles, people rushing for Christmas shopping. A sharp crack echoed. Then a bridge joint gave way. Screams, the screech of twisting metal. The bridge crumbled like paper, one span after another, dragging cars and people into the icy waters of the Ohio River. 46 lives were lost in the mist. The entire town of Point Pleasant was plunged into mourning. Residents linked the disaster to Mothman's ominous warnings. Some said that just before the bridge collapsed, they saw a dark shadow fly over it. Others dreamed of hands reaching up from the water to pull them down. John Keel gathered all the evidence and testimonies and published his book, The Mothman Prophecies, shaking the entire nation. Even today, some believe Mothman is a harbinger of disaster. Others think it's a being from another dimension, lost in our world. There are also theories about secret experiments at the TNT area, creating a mutated creature. But no one can be certain. no one dares claim they truly understand the meaning of those red eyes. Every year, Point Pleasant holds the Mothman Festival to remember and to confront old fears. A gleaming steel statue with massive wings stands at the center of town, and on the foggiest nights, some swear they still see a shadow gliding silently and lonely among the bare trees. Those red eyes have never extinguished. They are merely waiting,